Hi there. Now, this is my favorite Bob Dylan song. I was riding on the Mayflower when I thought I spied some land. Called for Captain Arab, I'll have you understand. Who came running to the deck, said, "Boys, forget the whale. We're going over yonder, cut the engines, change the sail." All on the bowline we sang that melody like all tough sailors do when we're far away at sea. "I think I'll call it America," I said as we hit land. I took a deep breath, I fell down, I could not stand. Captain Arab, he started writing out some deeds. He said, "Let's set up a fort and start buying the place with beads." Just then this cop come down the street, crazy as a loon, throws us all in jail for carrying harpoon. Well, me, I busted out, don't even ask me how. I ran out to the street and ran into a Guernsey cow who directed me down to the Bowery slums, where people carried signs around saying "Band of Bums." I jumped right in line, saying I hope that I'm not late, when I realized I hadn't eaten for 5 days straight. Good song, huh? I went into a restaurant looking for the cook. Told him I was the editor of a famous etiquette book. The waitress, he was handsome, wore a hand-caught blue cape. I ordered some Suzette and I said, "Could you please make that crepe?" Just then the whole kitchen exploded from boiling fat. Food was flying everywhere, I left without my hat. I ran right outside, hopped inside a cab. I went out the other door as this Englishman said "Fab," as he saw me leap a hot dog stand and chariot that stood parked beside a building advertising brotherhood. I ran right through the front door like a hobo sailor does, but it was just a funeral parlor. The man asked me who I was. I repeated that my friends were all in jail with a sigh. He gave me his card, said, "Tell me if they die." I shook his hand, said goodbye, and ran out to the street. And a bowling ball came down the road and knocked me off my feet. A payphone was ringing and it just about blew my mind when I picked it up and said, "Hello, this foot came to the line." Well, I rapped upon a house with a U.S. flag up on display. I said, "Can you help me out? I got some friends down the way." The man said, "Get out of here, I'll tell you limb from limb." I said, "You know they refused Jesus too." He said, "You're not in. Get out of here before I break your bones, I ain't your pop." I decided to have him arrested, and I went looking for a cop. Well, by this time I'm fed up at trying to make a stab at bringing back any help for my friends and Captain Arab. I decided to flip a coin, like either heads or tails, would let me know if I should go back to ship or back to jail. So I hopped my sailor suit and I got it going to flip. It came up tails, it ran my sails, so I made it back to the ship. Well, I got back and took the parking ticket off the mast. I was ripping it to shreds when this Coast Guard boat went past. They asked me my name, and I said Captain Kidd. They believed me, but they wanted to know what exactly that I did. I said for the Pope of Uruk I was employed. Well, they let me go right away. They were very paranoid. Well, the last I saw of Arab, he was stuck on a whale, who was married to the deputy sheriff of the jail. But the funniest thing was when I was leaving the bay, I saw 3 ships a-sailing, they're all heading my way. I asked the captain what his name was, how come he didn't drive a truck? He said his name was Columbus. I just said good luck. My favorite Bob Dylan song. If you like it, hit like and do subscribe. I can always use more subscribers. And whatever you decide to do, I hope to see you next video. Bye.